This is our Bosch 500 dishwasher. We're going to show you how we installed it. It's pretty simple. There are 3 basic components to a dishwasher: your drain, your water supply, and power, electric. There's a few variations that can go on when you put one of these in. We'll cover everything for you. Let's get started. You've already removed a dishwasher like we have. You've got your water supply, your drain, and your electric. Bosch is a little different in that they supply you with a plug-in electric cord. Since our old one was hardwired in, we're going to go ahead and put a box, an outlet inside this cabinet. And to do that, I need to drill a hole. But other than that, it's just a matter of connecting these 3 things and doing it in a way that Bosch tells you. All right, so right here is a clear plastic film, separates right there. And the purpose of it is to use under your countertop. If you have a composite countertop, then you can put this underneath right here, because when you open your dishwasher, steam comes out and it'll protect this area. This is solid surface, so we don't need to use it. But just in case, do not discard that. You will need it if you have a wood laminate countertop. Our drain hose is already in the cabinet, is already attached by a clip. And the drain hose has to go high or be connected to an air gap. We already have a connection inside our cabinet, so we don't have to worry about that. But that's what this can be used for as well, to hang in the cabinet and hold the hose up high. Right, so this is has a connection piece, and we can use this to connect to here and use this clip. What I'm going to do is pull this all the way through and connect it inside the cabinet, or just use this hose. We'll just see which works. But you can do it this way if you have a longer run, or maybe just use this if it's a shorter run. So we're gonna try just use this. Then here you have these straps. There's a strap on this side and a strap on this side. Depending on which direction you want your drain hose to go, you feed it through these straps. They unhook just by pulling this up. Pull this up. Our openings are on the back left. We're gonna bring the drain hose over to this other side. We're using the top cardboard lid to transfer it from the styrofoam to the cardboard, because it'll be a little easier to manage on the cardboard. This way you don't scar out the floor. All right, this card right here says don't remove that filter. It's a filter right there to filter the water, keep debris out of the dishwasher. So just FYI. I removed the copper line because it was going to get kinked, because it was going to just be too hard to bend, and opted for a braided line, 5 foot from Eastman. Comes with a new elbow and the 5 foot braided line. And so I'll just go ahead and reattach that to there. We'll have a link in the description below if you want to grab something like this. And that line, this line comes with the rubber bushing inside of that. So this is basically a tight but not too tight attachment to this stop valve there, your water valve. And you don't want to overdo it. You can always, if it's dripping, when you turn it on, you can always tighten it some more, but just be careful not to overdo it. Right, so we'll attach the elbow. Same thing, tight but not too tight. Once we get all this connected, we're going to go ahead and test it. We're going to make sure we have no water leaks before we slide it in. So we'll connect the braided line, and then we're going to also attach it. And so we just put this on. And this is hand tightened only, because that literally is on a plastic fitting. Right, so let's go ahead and give it a test. I'll be honest, that doesn't feel super secure, but because it's a brass or a metal elbow on a plastic threaded fitting, you just got to be careful. So being gentle is first order of business. So let's turn that on and check, make sure everything is watertight. And you feel around the connection that you just made, and it's dry. And then you come back here to the other one and just check everything. Check this connection and feel around where it's attached to the dishwasher. It all looks good. All right, so we've got the outlet in. That's a 20 amp GFCI. An option would have been to use that outlet right there that my disposal is plugged into. I guess it's a debatable option. Some people do that, but I just decided since the wire was already here, I could just add the outlet, make it GFCI protected, and keep the disposal outlet and the dishwasher outlet separate. And that's probably a safer way to go. Now comes the time to slide it back in there. As I get this corner closer to this direction, I'm going to go ahead and put this inside here to tighten it up, just so it keeps everything out of the way from getting kinked. Almost forgot, we got to go ahead and plug our electric in. Only goes in one way. We've got the electric cord running to that side. We've got the water line and drain line coming into this side. Drain line through the cabinet there and punching through that hole. And now as we push the dishwasher in, we have to continually pull these lines from inside, just to kind of get them out of the way. So here are the feet for the dishwasher. The height of the dishwasher, a 1/2 inch smaller of your cabinet opening. So our cabinet opening is 35, so we're going to make our dishwasher about 34.5. And then this is the mechanism to raise the back foot. There's a center back foot, and you can turning it clockwise will raise the height of the back. We'll worry about that once it's in, and we'll level it. Then here's our other foot. See if you got the right height. Once it's at the right height, for us it's around 34.5 inches from the floor to the top of the dishwasher door. Then we know we have it ready for the opening. All right, so now we're ready to push it back. Get it kind of lined up in here. Depending on the countertop, you can either use these as a top mount and screw up into the countertop. We have a metal strip underneath ours that we can screw into, or you can side mount these, and if you have a solid surface that doesn't have a strip to screw into, then you can side mount these into the side of the cabinet. We're doing top mount, so you have these slots right here, putting them in like so, and the insulation is a little bit in the way, so you just gotta be careful. And so what we're doing is bending the corners of these down a little bit with a screwdriver on this side because of this piece right here, this mechanism. We're just going to bend the corner tabs of this down a bit to keep it from sliding out. So now when I pull on it, it won't come out. And so what I was doing is just bending that corner down on both sides. And then so it can't come out of the slot. Same thing on this other side. Put it through the slot. And then, so those are good. Now your dishwasher is ready to slide in place. All right, so now that we've got the dishwasher positioned right where we want it, we're gonna use these little screws that they provided to screw up through the bracket and into that strip as an anchor point. And that's going to stop the dishwasher from moving in or out in the hole. It'll keep it positioned when you're opening and closing the door. And that's simple. And that should be it. All closed up. And for our purposes, here's our new drain hose. And we want it to attach to our garbage disposal just like this one is. So we're going to take off the old drain hose, detaching it right here. And if this is a brand new dishwasher with a brand new garbage disposal, there is a knockout plug that's in this that has to get knocked out, or else the water won't drain into your garbage disposal. So if this is a new setup first time, make sure your knockout plug is punched out of that garbage disposal right there. If it's like ours, if it's a replacement, all we're going to do is detach, string, feed this hose like a loop up high. This was supposed to be 32 inches off the ground. So we'll mimic, we have a bracket up there, so we'll mimic this just like the existing one. And that provides the proper drainage for the hose, and we're done. All right, so there's the new hose in, up through that clamp that keeps it from sliding, and then goes up high, way up high up there, touching the top of the sink, then comes back down in here, and that will provide for the proper drainage into the garbage disposal. All right, so now we can go ahead and plug it in. And that's the cool thing about the Bosches is they're so quiet that they have a little light there that tells you when it's done. Don't forget the toe kick. Get these two metal brackets. One goes in there, one goes in here. This end slides in like this into that hole back there, right there. Once it's all installed, take all the styrofoam pieces out, all the paperwork, and get it ready for its first wash. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope this video helps. If you get anything out of this, give us a like. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.